Hello everyone, I'm Tristan. Thank you for joining me as we look at two difficult TOEIC questions, and it's my job to show you how easy it is to get the answer. Now, before we start, remember to like, subscribe, share. Let's look at the first question. Here it is. Now, this is not that tricky of a question, but you might act too quickly. So take your time, read the whole thing. Now you need to understand two key words. The first is major. Now major has a couple meanings in English. As a verb, major in something is to get a degree in that topic or to study this at university. For example, at university, my parents wanted me to major in biology, but I decided to study history instead. So notice I'm using it as a verb there. And the form is a student majors in subject. It is important to know that major can also be a noun. For example, if I majored in law, my major was law. So my major can be biology, and I majored in biology. So we know major can be a verb. Okay, the next one is informative. This is filled with a lot of information, providing a lot of information. It is an adjective. An example, the guided tour in Kyoto was very informative. I learned a great deal about how and why the temples were constructed. So let's look at this TOEIC question. If we simplify it, the subject is students and the verb is stated. My student stated your lecture was very informative. After the commas, we have an adjective clause. Some people will call it a relative clause. It is describing the students. For example, my students who have been studying for over 6 months are still having trouble with adjective clauses. Notice, the adjective clause has a subject and verb, who have been studying. So who is the subject, which means the students, have been studying is the verb. We can start an adjective clause with 7 potential words. Here they are. Notice we cannot start an adjective clause with their and those. So we can eliminate those right away. Next, we have whose and who. When you use whose in an adjective clause, you are saying his, her, their, or its. Therefore, it needs a noun after it. For example, I like his. His what? So it's the same idea. You need a noun after whose. So we could say the candidate whose private emails were released decided to resign from the race. So whose is the candidates. We have a noun, private emails, so her private emails, plus we have a verb, were. So who noun plus verb. Now, if we use who, we do not have to have a noun after it because who can be the subject. For example, the candidate who denied the emails were hers still decided to resign from the race. So who here is your subject, and we have who verb, who denied. Okay, so let's look at this TOEIC question. Notice, as we said before, major can be a verb. In this situation, it is a verb. If I say the noun, I would need to say majors are in. For example, you could say my students whose majors are in various disciplines. So I've got whose noun plus verb. But in this sentence, there is no S after major, and there is no verb after major. So major has to be the verb. Major is the verb. So we are saying they major in various disciplines. The students major in various disciplines. So the original sentence is, my students stated your lecture was extremely informative. They major in various disciplines. My students who major in various disciplines. Not whose, because remember, after whose, we need a noun plus verb. 121. To get this answer, you need grammar and context. First, read the whole sentence to get the idea. Now, with in this sentence is being used as because of or because. So to simplify, we could say because there was blank information that was shown on the hike, they hired a guide to be safe. First, eliminate based on context. All the information is on the hike. So do you need a guide? Probably not. So we will eliminate A, because if all the information is there on the hike, you probably don't need a guide. So next, let's eliminate C. After few, you need a plural countable noun. For example, he has few friends. She has few reasons to leave. Notice they end with S, and most countable nouns end with S if you make it plural. But if I say I have few advice, this is incorrect because advice is non-countable. If I say I have few water, this is incorrect because water is usually non-countable. Next, eliminate those. So we can eliminate, as you see, D, and this is for the same reason. After those, you need plural nouns. For example, those people, those pens, those cats. However, it's wrong to say those furniture, those feedback, because furniture and feedback are non-countable. Therefore, the answer is less, B. We use less plus non-countable. She has less money than the other person. I have less information than expected. Notice money and information are non-countable, so it would be wrong if I said I have few money or few information. I put few before countable plural nouns, and I put less before non-countable nouns. The answer is B. Well, thank you all for joining me today. Please keep checking this channel for more lessons. I want to help you improve your TOEIC score, and if you ever have any questions, please write them in the comment section below. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.